Manipur, instead of returning back to normalcy, is witnessing violence in different parts. Though government is trying its best to heal the wounds and ensure that the violence does not take place, militants on the other hand are using drones. Indian Army is doing its best to ensure that the differences are taken care peacefully and peace is restored, but it seems that the wounds will take time to heal. Meanwhile, in a latest development, as I mentioned, a shocking incident was captured on a CCTV footage. Some men of security forces deployed in Manipur for law and order could reportedly be seen going on a rampage, pretty angry. The RF personnel was seen vandalizing vehicle parked along the roadside in Imphal West. And this has caused a local outrage. On the other hand, let me take you through another ground reality. Churachandpur, one of the worst violence affected areas, is seeing a power outage for 6 consecutive days, causing a lot of inconvenience to the residents. In Kamanlok, as many as 9 villagers were injured in a fierce day-long gun battle which lasted till late evening, in which suspected militants started firing towards village at 10 a.m. Brijesh, your first comments on the visuals which are playing out.
Well, I think, these visuals are going to do, Karthikeya, incalculable harm to the forces which are down there. Because, irrespective of how you want to sugarcoat it, the fact is that, there is a deep divide between the two communities. And the fact is that there is no trust as far as the police force is concerned. And if the RAF, which has been also been condemned by the DGP, the new DGP of Manipur, Rajiv Singh, but these kind of incidents, these kind of vandalism does put a serious question mark on the impartiality and the act which is being of the Rapid Action Force, which is stationed in the Manipur. So I think this particular visual erodes the sanctity, erodes the good intention of the majority of the force which is stationed there, which wants to bring normalcy, which wants to ensure that the situation of law and order doesn't spiral out of control. But these visuals do a lot of damage. There are various ways we have seen how it happens in the trouble-torn states, be it earlier as it used to be in the Jammu Kashmir or a couple of other areas, where this is deployment. Certain such kind of incidents have also come to notice. But in a state which is fraught with tensions, politically on ethnic lines, and also having a complete distrust of the local administration from both sides. These pictures does a lot of disservice to the good work which is being done by the army and other paramilitary forces.
But then, if that's an issue, then how can both the communities come together? Because now you have a third party, which is state. The state becomes contested. First, communities are contested. Now the state is contested.
Well, as we have been saying, Karthikeya, right from the word go, that the path to normalcy in the state of Manipur is fraught with several potential situations, one of which is that the government has to come out and look like as it mean business to both sides. It cannot be a situation where, the Kukis as well as the Maitis, they both have absolute distrust as far as the government is concerned. There cannot be a situation like this. And in the middle of this situation, when you have videos like these surfacing where RAF Jawans are vandalizing 12 four-wheelers which are parked outside, it doesn't, do good service as far as the image of the RAF and image of the central forces which is being stationed there. But DGP has said that strict action will be taken, and I think they will take a strict action to ensure that this remains a one-off incident rather than we see further repeats of the kind of vandalism which we are seeing on this particular CCTV. The political parties, all the political parties, the CSOs, they have to come forward and talk. But what happens when you have a centrally manifested or centrally dumbing down of a peace committee is something which we have witnessed 48 hours before when the government constituted 51 members peace committee. It got derailed completely even before it started its work.
Your first comments on the visual.
See, the DGP has clarified that the RPF were doing their job in controlling the mob. So that's very clear. But I think what we have to understand here is that the paramilitary forces and the armies have been in the field controlling the situation for more than a month. So they are under immense pressure, huge pressure. Um, there are also suspicions on both sides from the both the cookies and the Métis that the armies are not supporting us. The other counter claims from the other side as well. So I think this is not the right time to put so much of pressure and blame on these central forces. I think we have to give more power to the central forces or whoever paramilitary forces are deployed in these areas. Because as I have mentioned, they are under immense pressure. It has been more than a month, and they have their own role to control the mob and the violence. So I don't think this is the right time to play the blame game. I feel that they should be given more power in the sense that the state machinery has failed. The police, the commandos have failed to look after the law and order, and the rising suspicions between both the communities, both the Métis and the Cookies. I feel that that's very sorry on the part of the RPF that they have done such kind of act. But for now, I feel that they should be given more power, and this blame game should not have taken place for now. But the law should take its own course. Yeah.
Mr. Daungel, your first comments on this, and then I'll open up the debate.
In the first place, I think the kind of actions that we see from RAF personnel is all because of the frustration that is definitely there, that is rightly raised by Dr. Kipgen. It is because of this frustration, despite the fact that Article 355 has been, imposed in the state of Manipur. You see paramilitary forces presence, yet I feel like their power or their their ability to do things is to a certain level curtailed. I think that's because of this frustration that has led to this sort of actions coming from RAF, and it is high time that what this proves to us is that there is utter failure of law and order in the state. And despite the DZP making clarifications, the only way for me, in my opinion, to go forward would be impose the president's rule, and that way I think we will be able to garner trust from both warring parties, and also the paramilitary forces can also do their job in a meaningful way.
Why do you think, Professor Kipgen, that Hemanta Biswa Sarma is required? Isn't Chief Minister supposed to do that job? Isn't Chief Minister responsible for security of the state? Isn't Chief Minister supposed to bring every community together? Why do they need a Chief Minister of a different state to sort out the issue in Manipur? It is like sending Chief Minister of Bihar to Lucknow, or sending Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh to Madhya Pradesh, or sending Chief Minister of Kerala to Chennai, or sending Mr. Stalin to Telangana. Why is it happening in Northeast? I really want a broad view on this.
Okay, yeah, that's you have rightly pointed out because this is a state issue, and the chief minister is supposed to take care of the situation and look after the law and order. But from day one, it seems like the chief minister has failed, and 40 days have passed. The Home Minister, Honorable Amit Shahji, has visited the state for 3 days. And he has appealed for 15 days peace. And right on the day he visited Churachandpur and Kangpokpi, we can see violence and burning of houses and villages taking place. And 15 days is over, is almost over. So we can see that even day before yesterday, you have also mentioned, in Yaiskul subdivision, many houses were burned down. There were firings. And day before yesterday, the governor also visited Churachandpur relief camp, and on the day of her visit, one village volunteer was killed, and there were burnings in Langol area in Imphal day before yesterday. So we can see that the state is still under anarchy. There is lawlessness. The chief minister has completely failed to control the situation. So I I take it this way: whether any chief minister of any Indian states may visit the state of Manipur, but the divide is too deep for now. That unless there is a central intervention, I feel that the situation might not improve. Yes, Chief Minister of Assam, Himanta Biswaji, has been a kingmaker and is a very important figure in the Northeast. This is very welcoming move, but he has also visited the state a few days back, and it looks like there is not much change from both sides of the communities who are involved in this conflict. So I am not very sure officer can visit what kind of policies that they have. But for me, I feel that it is time there is direct central intervention. It is time Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji visit the state, console the people who are affected, and most importantly, put the two communities for talk. And this is the only option that I can see. If there is a visit from outside the state, it has to be the Honorable Prime Minister. Any other chief ministers may visit, can go. That's a very welcoming move. But since the situation has gone out of control for now, I'm not very sure this will bring any positive outcome. As I have said, I will repeat again, if outside visit has to be made, it has to come from the Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister. Yeah, thank you.